go! Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with some more Jujutsu Kaisen content. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're here with chapter 263 of JJK. And oh, buddy, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I ain't gonna cap, y'all. I was not necessarily feeling last chapter. I mean, it wasn't a bad chapter. For me, it didn't really have that much pizzazz, you know what I mean? I don't know. I need my boy Yuji up in there. I need my boy Todo up in there. I could see some Hikari. I could do with some of that. But this chapter, ladies and gentlemen, this chapter's got some of that for me. Listen, and Yuta's not bad. Yuta's not bad at all. I don't want to start off this video with any Yuta slander or anything like that. I think he is doing everything humanly possible to be of some use, obviously, as the third or fourth strongest in the series, arguably for debate. But yes, what a fantastic chapter that we have here, ladies and gentlemen. But before we go over today's spoilers, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. Also, if you don't subscribe, I might shed a tear. And you wouldn't want that, would you? You don't want that on your conscience. So we start off this chapter with an absolute bang. When we start off this chapter, the very first page, we see that Yuta's hollow purple that he fired at Sukuna point blank actually hit him. Thus, it shattered both of their domains. Now, I am seeing a little bit of discourse regarding how strong my king is. Listen. I was of the opinion that this hollow purple was going to just straight up misfire and it just wasn't gonna do anything. Because it was a good plan, don't get me wrong. But I was like, oh, bro, like the hollow purple straight up fried Sukuna last time, right? When he was in his Maguna form. So, like, what's going to happen to him now that he's operating at like 15, 20%? And then got hit with it. And I mean, he looks like fairly battle damaged, but I don't know, man. I mean, he doesn't necessarily look like that he can't fight at this current point. Like, he looks a little crispy. That's about it, to be honest. Got a nice pansy on the outside of the skin. And so as we move forward, Sukuna is actually thinking to himself, wow, he actually managed to get it off. But I do think, in my personal opinion, and we'll wait till obviously the official translations come out, but the output wasn't as great because Yuta, this still isn't his own technique yet. So he doesn't know how to use maximum efficiency, if you will, right? Now it's weird because he did the chants and everything, so I don't really know. To be honest with you, it is a little weird how Sukuna just straight up tanked it, but I don't know. But we can see that, yes, he did take some damage. And with this, we have a straight up just Avengers style pose with Yuji, Todo, and Yuta in Gojo's body, of course, going after Sukuna, with Todo saying that Yuta needs to keep up the hollow purples, lay on the pressure, and that don't worry about any crossfire because he and Yuji can just switch out of the way immediately. Bro, we get the funniest page turning all of Jujutsu Kaisen, holy. This is funnier than when Kenjaku broke me with a sword. Bro, Yuta's body just falls to the ground. He just falls to the ground, and unfortunately he used so much curse energy that Kenjaku's technique ran out. So it actually ended up running out before the 5 minutes was up. Dude, you know what this reminded me of? This reminded me of Ultra Ego Vegeta. Listen, I've been dogging on that form for like, what, 3 years at this point? That form sucks. That form blows. Bro. Oh my God. Bro, listen. I've been defending Yuta from all this slander for the past like 2-3 months. I can't defend this, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. And there were actually a lot of people that I have been seeing recently. They're like, oh, what's the point of Yuta going into Gojo's body? We'll get there. We'll save it for the end discussion. But with this, Sukuna actually ends up landing a... Man, y'all already know what I'm about to say, man. Hold on. Turn me up in the headphones, man. Turn me up in the headphones. You know what my ghost Sukuna says? He pull up on Todo, look at Yuta. He said, hold on, bitch ass nigga. And unfortunately sends my Todo flying back. But my man Todo is not done. Ends up switching with Yuji, Bro, before I even continue with this, bro, Yuji puts on an absolute masterclass in this show, man. UT is still... UT? Who the fuck is that? Yuji still has plenty of gas in the tank, and he is still in the midst of his awakening. Todo actually reveals that the shards of YUTA'S domain are able to be switched with him and Yuji, and they're basically kind of like fiberglass just all around the area that they're fighting in. So it has Todo basically an unlimited amount of switches to work with. And then we get this fantastic shot. It looks like Yuji's just straight up using, like, you know, Kagebunshi no Jutsu. It looks like he's using like the after image technique from Dragon Ball, dude. And oh man, dude, Gege's art in the past like 20 chapters, dude. Gege's art looks absolutely phenomenal. I know people are trying to rag on Gege and say that his art fell off. It never really did, to be honest with you. He just started using a lot harsher shapes and angles. Now, granted, also you have like things like Nabara just looking totally different, and me and you may agree that he just forgot how to draw her, and sometimes Gojo looks like a frog in certain angles, but I actually do think it works. And so Yuji ends up putting Sukuna in the blender, man. I have no idea what I'm doing this accent. But anyway, Sukuna actually ends up getting hit by Yuji, who hits him with the dismantle on the border of his and Megumi's soul. Oh my good gravy. Oh my God. Y'all see my son, bro? Listen, y'all know me. #1 Sukuna Glazer, #1 on the internet. My title is undisputed at this point, and it pains me to see my goat in trouble, but I don't think he's done yet. We'll get there. We'll get there. But dude, Yuji, come on, man. Y'all be telling y'all he's one of the best new MCs, bro. He says, listen, I'll do it as many times as it takes. Megumi, wake up! 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 And Sukuna is actually stunned, bro. Look, oh my God. Bro, look how big Sukuna's eye gets. Holy shit. Oh, bro, it's like a Looney Tunes character, bro. Bro is flabbergasted. And Sukuna reveals that Yuji has employed a binding vow that will ensure his strikes will more effectively tear his soul from Megumi's body. Now, I know a lot of people were saying that, you know, Sukuna is a binding vow merchant, and I can understand the criticism. I really can. I don't really necessarily have a problem with people having an issue with it. But what about Yuji here? What are people going to say about Yuji? Because like binding vows have been a thing since the beginning of the series, and Gege even went as far as to emphasize it with Miwa, for example. So like binding vows is something you just like don't play around with. So what is the crowd response going to be on this? Because I think it's fine. I don't have an issue with it. Oh, dude, this hurts, man. This hurts. I ain't gonna lie, man. This page hurts. My son, Yuji Himtadori, ends up punching Sukuna so hard he and ends up throwing up some of his fingers just to throw it back in. Just like throwing them motherfucker. Ugh. I'm not gonna lie, bro. This has to be a Dragon Ball reference. This has to be a Perfect Cell reference. It has to be. That's disgusting. Yo, my man Yuji got my king looking stressed, folk. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. It's looking kind of, looking kind of dangerous. But I have no fear, and we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Listen, y'all better stay for this end discussion, right? As much as I'm teasing y'all and trying to entice y'all to stay and give me more watch time so I can make more money off this video. I'm not joking. So Sukuna and Yuji end up boxing a little more. Yuji ends up using a Mizushi one more time on a pillar. Doesn't end up being effective. Sukuna ends up dodging in midair once again. And my man Todo is momentarily stressed. And he says, if my Vibra Slap isn't recognized as my left hand, it won't function. Just one more time. So I did not know this, but apparently Todo had a limited amount of uses with the Vibra Slap. But I guess it makes sense because he can't just like keep pounding on this thing forever. I mean, it should just made this shit from like vibranium or something, to be honest with you. But it doesn't sound like it's actually like a material thing. It literally just sounds like it's a binding valve thing. It's just going to break after a certain amount of time. So Yuji ends up sprinting up to Sukuna. My man Todo raises his hand, goes for the impact. Bro, my man Todo is straight ham boning in this fight, going crazy.
No, man, stop it.
Providing A1 support. Sukuna turns around to swing on Yuji. Sukuna realizes there's no switch, but the Vibra Slap cracks. And then Bro, Sukuna has a look of straight horror on his face. Bro, y'all remember when the Green Goblin got killed by his own glider, bro? Oh. And Hana actually rains down a maximum Jacob's ladder on Sukuna. No. Here's the thing. So Yuta actually in a flashback explains that for some reason people, and including the audience, think that whenever Yuta uses his copy ability, people think that he just took it or he killed that person. People never think that, oh, someone's gonna have the same thing that he has in the same area. People are never gonna think, oh, if you were to take, for example, Charles' ability, no one would think that Charles is there as well. So I didn't even think of this, dude. Dude, listen, y'all can never make me hate Gege. Listen, I know y'all beef with Gege and y'all don't like him, dude. I love how unpredictable this fight is. And then I see people online talking about some, oh my god, oh, Sukuna got hit with another big attack, it's gonna do nothing. Huh? Listen. I've been screaming at y'all for the past however many months that Sukuna is continuously gonna get broken down in this fight. Yuji at this point has literally never like touched directly the barrier between Sukuna and Megumi's soul. So what with this Jacob's ladder, I'm literally thinking that Megumi might pop out next chapter, and we have a break. We have a break next week, unfortunately, but I'm really thinking that Megumi could actually be seen next week. I could easily see something along the lines of Sukuna, like half his face is Sukuna's with the big eyes, and the other half is like, you know, slowly turning into Megumi's or something like that. It's cliche, I know, but I can very easily see that happening. Or Yuji just straight up just takes his hands and just rips Sukuna straight out of Megumi's body like a Venom and Eddie Brock moment. I could see something like that. But here's the thing, is okay, so it was revealed allegedly, I don't know how much I believe this, but apparently the Shinjuku Showdown is the final arc, a large overarching arc of Jujutsu Kaisen. Now, if you know anything about Jujutsu Kaisen arcs, you would know that these arcs tend to get pretty lengthy in nature. Now, the first couple of arcs, not really, but Shibuya was considerably long, as well as the Culling Games. So the Culling Games went about 2.5 years to like around 3-ish. Because people typically with the Culling Games count the Perfect Preparation arc as well as the Zane Massacre arc, which that arc was only like, what, 3-4 chapters? So like I said, I still think that we'll probably be around September to possibly October for JJK ending. I don't really know. It really depends if Gege wants to go through with the merger. Now, a lot of people are saying that Sukuna, the only way he can get out of this is the merger. I'm thinking so. If Gege were to not do the merger, I think it would definitely be a waste considering how much he has built it up in this current point. But we start running into problems of, well, who is even alive and who is even able-bodied to take out the merger. But I think from a story writing perspective that we have, obviously we have Miwa. She just showed up in the fight. Ui is still up and able to go. We have Miguel. Laure, I think, is out of the fight. I think Miguel said he's gonna leave, but Gege could change that at the drop of a hat. I don't necessarily know. Obviously, Yuji still has plenty of gas left in the tank, unless Sukuna mortally wounds him in some capacity. And I think Todo is done after this. I think Todo says that his the Vibra Slap is done, so maybe he can. I don't know, pull a Goku and like clap with his feet or something. I have no idea. So I really don't think Jujutsu Kaisen is ending like soon-ish. I don't think it's ending within the next 10 chapters. That doesn't really make sense to me because we still like, I mean this completely unironically, we still have Hikari versus Uraume. We still have no idea how their battle is going. I've been expecting on these cliffhangers to go back to that fight for however long now because that should be the most typical traditional thing to do. But Gege just has been going full tilt on the Sukuna fight, which, hey, I'm not mad at it. I love Sukuna. Obviously favorite villain in modern shonen, but it does kind of, it would weird me out if we didn't soon-ish get back to that fight, because people have been memeing for the past however many months that Hikari and Uraume are either like gambling or engaging in some really greasy coitus. But do I think that Sukuna is probably gonna make it out of this? Probably. I think it's probably gonna be something with the merger. I'm really hoping Kenjaku comes back around, man. I would be really sad if Kenjaku is actually permanently dead. Speaking of deaths, actually. I told y'all. I told y'all. Y'all remember, it was a couple chapters back when Todo first popped up. I said on video that I would read the first arc of One Piece if Nobara came back to the story, but Gege did decide to do me a favor and bless me. It actually confirmed that he actually wanted Nobara dead by the end of Shibuya and actually like around the beginning of the manga. Thank you, Gege. Gege Akutami. You know just how to tickle my buttons. You know you're naughty, you're teasing me, you naughty. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, lots of good stuff here, man. Lots of good stuff. Obviously, dude, I'm loving this chapter. Anytime Yuji is on screen, I'm immediately hooked. I think his presence in the story, especially finding Sukuna, is very well done. Gege's art here is fantastic, dude. That shot of Sukuna just looking absolutely just like paranoid. Dude, his eye gets so big when he sees Hana. Oh man, so I don't know, man, dude. I mean, like, I mean, a hollow purple and a maximum Jacob's ladder. I don't know, my goat gonna come out looking right next time, man. He gonna be looking like like a rock lobster. He gonna be come out looking like a homunculus or something. But I have faith. I do. I have faith. Also, can someone explain to me why the Pharaoh Sukuna Twitter account is following me? Why they freak me out every time I see their tweets, bro? But yeah, it's pretty much that for you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this video. Let me know what you guys think about this current chapter of JJK. And yeah, it's pretty much that for you guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.